Ever been drawn to someone you shouldn't want? That's what hit me with my neighbor Frank. His quiet confidence, the way he carried himself, pulled me in from the start. But he kept his distance, convinced the years between us made anything more impossible. One night changed it all, proving age is just a number when desire takes hold. This isn't a sweet tale. It's raw, reckless, and heavy with want. I'd always had a thing for older men, their steady presence, the way they own a room without trying. Frank was that and more. The day I moved into my Phoenix apartment while everyone else rushed by, he stopped to say hello. His smile was warm, his voice low, rough, like it carried years of secrets. He was charming, not the loud kind, but the kind that lingers, makes you notice. Our early talks were friendly but guarded, like he was holding back, keeping a wall up. I felt it, his warmth battling something cautious, like he was afraid to get too close. Then came the day I needed him. I was juggling grocery bags and packages, fumbling when he appeared. "Let me," he said, taking the load, his voice firm, almost commanding. I protested, but his smile shut me down. "Trust me, it's fine." My cheeks burned under his gaze, his quiet strength pulling me in. He carried the bags to my door, then left quick, like he didn't trust himself to stay. Weeks later, I locked myself out, too rattled to think straight. I knocked on his door, heart pounding, no one else in mind. He opened it, casual book in hand, silver hair catching the light. "Locked out, come in." "I'll call someone," he said, stepping aside. His place smelled of coffee and cedar, warm, settling my nerves. He gestured to the couch, handing me a glass of water, his fingers brushing mine, sparking a jolt. Our eyes met his, holding a mix of want and doubt, like he was fighting himself. "Thanks," I said, trying to stay steady. "No trouble," he replied, voice softer, running a hand through his hair, a nervous tell. That moment stuck with me. A week later, I showed up at his door with a bottle of wine, telling myself it was just neighborly. His face shifted from surprise to warmth, but a flicker of hesitation lingered. Wine and company. "Hard to say no," he said, letting me in, though his voice carried a warning. "You've got better options than a guy my age for a Friday night." I ignored the self-doubt in his tone, stepping onto his balcony, Phoenix's lights glittering below. I poured us each a glass, my stomach tight with nerves. "You're full of surprises," he said, raising his glass, his eyes holding mine, admiration mixed with restraint. The wine loosened us, words flowing easier, the air heavier. I opened up my fears, my life, my pull toward men like him. "It's not about years," I said, voice low, steady. "It's how you carry them." His face changed, a storm of want and doubt flashing across it. "I've seen how you look at me," he admitted, voice quiet, raw. "But I told myself someone young, alive like you wouldn't want this." I touched his hand, feeling the warmth of his skin, the pulse beneath. "Age doesn't matter to me. It's how you make me feel." His fingers brushed a strand of hair behind my ear, lingering heat spreading to my cheek. "You're beautiful," he whispered, voice barely audible, heavy with truth. "I've wanted to say that since you moved in, but I thought I was too old, that you deserved younger." The world fell away. I leaned in, closing the gap, his lips meeting mine, slow, careful, but alive with feeling. The kiss was sure, not rushed, like he was savoring every second, making me feel cherished. His hand settled on my waist, steady, grounding me as the city spun below. When we pulled apart, his eyes held surprise, the doubt gone. "I held back, thinking you'd never want someone like me," he said, voice raw, vulnerable. I smiled, hand on his cheek. "You're wrong. It's you I want." That night, in the quiet of my bed, His touch lingered in my mind, safe, desired, alive. I'd always been drawn to men with experience, but with Frank, it wasn't just a preference, it was real, undeniable. For the first time in ages, I felt exactly where I belonged with someone who let go of fear and loved fully. Ever let age stop you from chasing something real or held back thinking you were too old, too young? Drop your story in the comments, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Sometimes love starts when you stop counting years.